Now we're going to go into two flows of how you can start to transact on a car. First is make an offer. As I described a little bit earlier, make an offer is now going through the process of saying that you want to give a different price than what the seller has put for the vehicle and want to start the negotiation process. When you're looking at determining how much you'd like to offer on a car or put in the price, there's some different variables to take into consideration. First is the Incoterms. So there's two ways of how we actually deliver the car, and you can look those up separately as I won't go into too much detail about it, but there are different costs associated with it and expenses which can then change the price. After that, there's then two different ways that you can offer the price. One is being able to include all the fees and taxes that TradeX offers onto it. So that's kind of, let's say, an all-in price of what you'd be willing to offer on the car. Or there's what you would say is just the offer price for the car itself, and then we add on those fees after the fact. So for our example here, let's say that they have the car listed for $79,000, but we want to offer $75,000. So based on this, I have not put in the inclusive of fees and taxes. Therefore, what it's going to do is put in the $75,000 and add on those particular fees. So as you see here, my offer price is $75,000, and it adds on the different fees here to show you what my total payment would be, as well as what my deposit would be if my offer is accepted by the seller. After you've gone through this flow, you can then send your offer to the user. If I did select here, which is place an offer inclusive fees and taxes, it'll then recalculate these expenses and fees with the total all-in price being $75,000 and basically backing out these different fees from it to then show you what your offer price actually is for the car. Once you've gone through those steps there, you can do send my offer, and then the car will then move to the offers tab that I showed a little bit earlier, and you can start the negotiation process with the seller. The buy now flow has a similar set of criteria and options that the buyer can go through. So let's say go to a different car for our example here. And let's go buy it now. So buy now, you're agreeing to this particular price that the seller has put up for the vehicle. And now you're just kind of selecting the Incoterms and then moving forward with understanding the deposit that you're going to have to pay on this car and the next steps that are needed for this flow. So again, it'll show you based on the Incoterms you selected. The pay later flow means that you're going to then pay the deposit later and the remaining balance when the car's arrived. And so once you kind of reviewed all those details, as well as where it's shipping from, the estimated time for its arrival, you can then select pay later, which will then start the process of the transaction, kicking off a deal, and give you the next steps that you need to do in order to wire the funds to start the process.